Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds at a catch weight 176 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in officially 176 1/4 pounds. His professional record in 15 bouts stands at 10 victories and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Glasgow, Scotland by way of Gateshead, England, here is Dan Hall. And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. Also a mixed martial artist, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in 175 1/2 pounds and brings an outstanding professional record of 5 victories and 1 defeat. From County Derry, Ireland, and now fighting out of and representing Newcastle, England, here is the roly-poly kid, Tommy Quinn! Referee in charge of the action, Rich Mitchell.
Well, Josh, it's time to fear the beards. 2 members of the Cage Warriors roster with some serious facial furniture about to go head-to-head in this catchweight contest. 176 pounds. Tommy Quinn in the black, Dan Hope in the white board shorts.
It's going to be really interesting to see where this fight plays out. Both guys really very good in all areas. Not entirely sure, I have to say, what the game plans for each respective fighter might be on this one.
Hope with about 3 times the experience of Tommy Quinn. And they are slugging it out on the feet already in this one, Josh.
Yeah, Dan Hope landing some good combinations there, but Quinn unfazed, staying on the balls of his feet.
High head kick there from Dan Hope, didn't land flush. Both guys showing respect here. Both equally aware of how dangerous their opponent can be. Nice double up on the jab there from Dan Hope.
Yeah, the original opponent for Tommy Quinn was actually Alan Johnston, who's also from the Dinky Ninjas. So you can bet that Dan Hope knows all about Tommy Quinn as part of that man's camp.
Quinn doing good work in close there. Now, interestingly, Tommy Quinn had actually laid out a rather intriguing challenge to his original opponent about meeting in the center of the cage and doing the famous Don Fry Takayama double collar tie face punch fest.
Well, he is very charismatic, Tommy Quinn. Always likes to make it a show and entertain the crowd, and good clinch work from both guys there. Just inside elbows finding the mark nicely. Both guys staying very tight, very composed with their guards.
Well, there's clearly a lot of respect between these 2 fighters, Josh. Both very, very capable mixed martial artists. Quinn, center of the cage now. Hope pushing him back, reaching out with a jab, but Quinn answering with a nice one too. Nice right hand landed straight down the pipe there from Dan Hope. Tommy Quinn firing back with a left hook. Quinn briefly going to the body there, and that's where he did some of his best work against Philip Morpeta. Mixing those combinations up and really working his man from tip to toe.
It's nice to see Tommy Quinn pushing forward here, but Dan Hope doing good work on the counter.
Intriguing Stars Clash playing out here at Cage Warriors 62 in Newcastle, England.
Both guys, I love the volume and the work rate from them. They're not really slowing down at all. His pace is fantastic. Both guys getting their shots in nicely.
Well, there was never really any danger of this being a boring fight, Josh, with these 2 guys. Both known crowd pleasers. And we welcome our Cage Warriors fans to join in the conversation on social media. Hashtag CWFC62. Nice combination from Tommy Quinn there.
Yeah, very dull, thudding leg kick on the end of that combination.
And while the slapping leg kicks sound great, it's the dull ones that do the damage, Josh.
Yeah, lovely switch step from Tommy Quinn to set up the hands.
Great variety of strikes from Quinn there. Finishing his combinations with a kick and doing some great work up close. Both men jockeying for position on the cage now.
Yeah, but in neutral position this, over-under for both men.
Quinn applying the pressure at this point, but
you know what? I have no idea how Dan Hope successfully made lightweight. I mean, he's a huge welterweight fighter.
It's a head scratcher. It's definitely a head scratcher. Looking much more comfortable this way though, Josh.
Yeah, stringing together some very good performances. And, you know, sometimes guys, they get a couple of losses. They like to play around with the weight classes. But, you know, once they settle down, you often see them much better for it.
And he's fighting out that Dinky Ninjas team, and those guys are incredibly busy at the moment. They've got a lot of fighters out all over the world.
How about New Year's Eve? Graham Turner taking on our current featherweight champion, Jim Ehlers.
That is definitely one to look forward to. Dublin, Ireland, New Year's Eve. CageWarriors.com. Check your listings to see how you can catch that incredible action if you're not going to be joining us on New Year's Eve in Dublin.
Good work on the inside from Tommy Quinn here. Good series of pressure up against the cage.
And this partisan crowd cheering every move that Tommy Quinn makes.
Good shot from Hope, but excellent work to meet it with the underhook and the hips from Tommy Quinn. Great first round in the books there.
And I genuinely had no idea that we were that close to the end of the round. There's a really exciting first period there. Kept us enthralled here at Cageside, as I'm sure it did to our viewers watching at home. And a really solid opening round from both fighters, Josh.
Yeah, they did not take a break at all. They just kept throwing. The pace was good. There were some good tempo changes. And both guys working very successful combinations. Let's have a look at some of the replays here.
That was a nice right hand from Dan Hope there. And both guys charging in like bulls in the china shop.
I love that switch step from Tommy Quinn. There we go, in for a good left-right combination off that.
Beautiful 1-2 there from Quinn. Nice knees to the body. Then coming up with the hands. Really versatile attacking display from Tommy Quinn.
Yeah, tough one for the judges. Both guys had their moments, but Quinn was pushing forward and looked to land the cleaner of the strikes.
Let's go, seconds. Take the water.
There's a cliche thing to say, Josh, but I'm glad I'm not the judge for that one.
Well, there's still a good 10 minutes to go here if we are that lucky.
Let's go.
And the crowd here at the Metro Radio Arena enjoying this one as much as we are. Showing support for both fighters in what has so far been an enthralling bout. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer here calling the action for you. Cage Warriors 62. Oh, another nice combination from Tommy Quinn, and he really puts his foot on the gas here.
Yeah, that was, I'm not going to hit you with 1 or 2, I'm going to try and land 6, 7 and 8 as well.
Punches in bunches, to use another MMA cliche there, Josh.
Ooh, took a shot to give one there, but both guys walking through these strikes at the moment.
And Dan Hope certainly keeping Tommy Quinn honest with these counter punches. Oh, there's a huge shot, and he's robbed Dan Hope, and Quinn pounces.
Yeah, big cut on the forehead of Dan Hope, and Tommy Quinn is going for the finish here.
Quinn's piling on the pressure.
And he's still throwing lovely straight shots going to the body now.
Oh, and that one hurt him to the body. He folded Dan Hope up with that one.
Dan Hope's firing back, but Tommy Quinn is teeing off here.
Left and right hands. Hope goes down and Quinn pounces. Referee Rich Mitchell taking a real close look at this one, Josh. And it's over. And the crowd goes wild for Tommy Quinn. A huge second round stoppage in his hometown of Newcastle.
Wow, what a performance from Tommy Quinn. Put together some incredible combinations. And how about that for finishing instinct? He knew that as soon as 1 or 2 landed, and we saw flashes of it throughout those rounds, 1 or 2 landed, he'd follow up with 4, 5 and 6. And you know what, you do that often enough, they're gonna get through, and as soon as they did, just unrelenting pressure to crumble Dan Hope in this second round.
Well, you know, fight IQ is such a big part of this game, and knowing when to spot that opening and when to really put your foot on the gas. You know, if you do it at the wrong time, you're going to expend all your energy. But what we saw there was Tommy Quinn seeing an opening. I believe we're about to see a replay of that now. He saw that opening, he pounced on it, and he got a fantastic finish there against Dan Hope.
So here we go, he fires in with the shots, backs Hope up against the cage, and as soon as One gets through. You'll see him just put his foot on the gas.
And
there
these punches are coming in from every conceivable angle. And as soon as he got his hands tied up, you can see him switching to the body instead. The odd knee thrown in there, the odd body shot, keeping Dan Hope guessing.
Do you know what was really impressive was how straight he kept his punches on that flurry. Often you see guys go for the kill and just, you know, the technique goes out the window, but he knew if he just threw in volume and kept them crisp, he was going to land. And
well, he planted his feet and he picked every shot, and it looked like everything was a hit. Fantastic finish there for Tommy Quinn here at Cage Warriors 62. And a round of applause for Dan Hope as he gets to his feet, and we'll throw it to Joe Martinez to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 1 minute, 23 seconds, round number 2. Referee Rich Mitchell puts a halt to the contest. Stoppage due to strikes for your winner by TKO victory, the Roly Poly Kid, Tommy Quinn!
A very happy Tommy Quinn there, picking up his second consecutive win on Cage Warriors.